Today's going to be a little bit of a shorter video because I've got a car show to go to tomorrow, and I've only gone out picking one day this week. It's currently just a little bit after noon on Friday, and I'm getting back from a few sales today. There aren't too many going on. It's getting kind of late in the year, and the sales are dwindling down. But there's a few cool things to go over on the table, so let's get right into it. The first place that I went to, I found all of these cutter things here. And this came off of a boat. This is like a mirror. There's no mirror on it, obviously, but it would be, just really shined up metal. And there's no brand on this, so I don't think this has much value. I do know Taylor made, not the golf company, but Taylor made the marine company made these back in the day. It's not a Taylor made one, so I'm not really sure what that one's worth. But these here, so this piece here would go on the boat, and then this is like the bow light that would go on it also. I think it's missing, it's definitely missing the top, but these two pieces alone should hold some pretty good value. The emblems for boats can typically go for some good money depending on what the boat is. Even if you find, it's a little bit tougher to find, but the older decals that kind of washed away on these boats, when people are restoring them, they're looking for these older parts. The same company that made this piece also made these, and they're very, very heavy. These should go for some pretty good money. I want to say, after looking them up briefly, that they're selling for around $50 a piece. And all of the stuff here only cost me $5. So well worth the purchase. This is a Spartan horn, 12-volt horn that would go on your boat. This is an old, it looks like late 50s, early 60s. This is an air guide speedometer. It goes up to 45 miles an hour. It's got some pitting on the chrome, but maybe I'll hit that with a little bit of steel wool and see if I can't shine it up some. And obviously this came from the boat too. This is an air guide compass, and it's tough to see, but there is a little bubble on the top there. It's still got its water in it. It still works, and this is a pretty rare piece right here. It should clean up, not as good as the other one. You can see the pitting's a little bit heavier in this one, but still well worth it for $5. And then lastly, I didn't find any comps for this. I looked up a few of these things really quick, but this also came from the sale that these had. But it's an older school bus, like a 3D belt buckle. I think it's from 1982. There were a couple listed, but none of them had sold. At least none that had the grill that this one had. Oh yeah, lastly, this came from that same sale too. It's a GE grill and waffle baker. I've never heard it called a waffle baker before. But it is a little tough to see, but it's brand new in the box. I think I paid like $5 for that, and the belt buckle was $1, and then these were all $5 as well. But there's, I think, maybe one of these sold and a whole bunch that are listed. But this being new, it should do something. But I'll throw up the one comp that was that I found that was sold. I couldn't come home without a lantern. It's not a Coleman, and it's not a Dietz either. It says made in Japan. It's a winged wheel lantern. I've never seen these before in this area. If I have, I don't know. I must have just missed them because this is a brand I'm not familiar with. It was only $1, obviously, still sealed up and new. It's got some paint missing on the bottom here where it's been scraped around, but that's okay. And then from this same house, I love license plates, and especially, some of these are, that's rough, so we'll have to hammer that one out. But it's going to go on the wall here with the rest of them. And there are there's a couple matched pairs, which is good. This is a matched pair, 1973. And these are a little rough. Well, the top one's rough. The bottom's not as bad. But the 1964 World's Fair license plate, I love finding these. I think they also came out in 1940. I can't remember what all the years it said World's Fair on them. But whenever I can find those, I grab them and add them to the collection. Moving along, all of these came from one house in this, and I paid, let's move some of these Nintendo games out of the way here. So for all of these here and this, I paid $2. These were all in the free box, and this is brand new in the box. I don't know if it's going to bring any money. I didn't look this up yet, but for $2, I love old school tech like this, back when technology was just, I don't know, it wasn't boring like getting a new iPhone every year where it's like, oh, a few things change and it looks exactly the same. This is when, electronics were just way cooler back in the day. But I paid $2 for this, brand new in the box. And in their free bin, I don't know why I grabbed some of this stuff. I grabbed all the Nick Jr. stuff, all the Rugrats, Babes in Toyland. This movie was awesome. I thought this only was like a TV only video. Like I thought it came out on. I remember watching it, and I'm pretty sure my mother recorded it from TV, and that was it. But I guess I'm wrong. I guess they released it at some point on VHS. And then we'll get to these in a sec. We grabbed the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Forever Friends, the Power Rangers Girls series. And there's some more Nick Jr. stuff there. And I don't remember these either. There's a Britney Spears Star Baby Scrapbook VHS. NSYNC and Britney Spears. And there's another NSYNC and Britney Spears. We've got NSYNC Never Enough on VHS. I don't remember these. And this one's still sealed. This one is Backstreet Boys Homecoming Live in Orlando. And then there was a Sims Complete Collection PC CD. It's never been opened. It still has the plastic. It's fallen apart on the top, but it still has the seal on it, which is cool. And all those were free. So I dug through and picked out Nick Jr., all that sort of stuff, the NSYNC, the Britney Spears, and then I saw these. I happened to catch this in the free DVD pile here, so really surprised to see this. I didn't even look to see if they're in there. I'm sure they are. Yeah, it's complete too. So there's a SpongeBob SquarePants, The Battle for Bikini Bottom. I don't think these are high dollar ones, but I'll put up the comps as I go. Madagascar Complete. Rugrats Royal Ransom. Let's see if this one's complete. Oh, no, it's not in there. That's too bad. Watch, this will be the one that's worth the money, too. I'll put up comps either way of, what those are going for. That's too bad that's not in there. All right, let's make some room here. And we'll look at some of these Nintendo games. So all of the Nintendo that's here on the table, this all came from one house. And they had some Wii games that were a little pricey for me to buy. And then I found this box full of old Nintendos. She wanted $2 a piece. I think there's 27 here. And she said, you know what? Just give me $50 for all of it. And I said, why not? I'll just grab them all. Even if a bunch of them are sports related and not really worth as much. I do collect Sega. No booklet, but that's in really good shape. So all the Sega stuff, I'm probably going to keep. As long as it's not duplicates. Oh, good. That one's complete. I know I don't have that one yet. I've probably got about 4 Aladdin. This one feels a little light. Let's see if I can open it without breaking it one-handed. Oh, it's not in there. But that's okay because, well, come on. I paid less than $2 for this, and there's one empty, but whatever. We'll send that one on its way as just the box and the manual. And actually, the artwork on this is very clean, so I'll have to compare it to the ones I have upstairs. And we'll keep the nicer one and sell the other one. So, looking at some of the Nintendo games, we've got Flintstones. I don't think any of these are 5 screws. Roller games. And I'm not going to put up comps for all of these. A lot of them are common, some sports ones, but if I get some hits here, I'll put up some comps. This one's Iron Sword, Wizards and Warriors 2. The Goonies 2. This one's awesome. I might have to keep this. 3 screw. 8 Eyes. I've never heard of this one before. That one's new to me. Millipede. So there's some funky games in here. They're not all the NES isn't all sports, which is good. Metroid I know sells pretty good. It's got some writing on it. So we'll have to clean that up. We've got ice hockey. No 5 screws in this pile. Sesame Street. I don't think that's going to be a winner. And we've got the Tiny Toon Adventures 2. Trouble in Whackland. And then some of these nice blue hard cases, even though they're always destroyed and scratched up when I get them. But sometimes it helps keep the games, nice and crispy looking. Like this one's not too bad. Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. Got Major League Baseball in here. And RC Pro-Am. Again, I don't think this one's very big. Some of these aren't, super valuable games, but it's all right. For a little less than $2 a piece, I'm always just going to grab them because it's fun to have. Maybe I'll even fire some of these up and play some of them. Contra 3, I think this is a good one here. It's in pretty good condition. some scuffing on the label, but nothing too bad. Animaniacs. Where's this one? We're Back, a dinosaurs story. And then we've got some sports stuff. Madden, Family Feud. Never played that one before. NHL 94, and then Daffy Duck, The Marvin Missions. Not a terrible Friday for only going to a few places. I'm happy with the free stuff. Pretty cool to go through that. I'll put up the comps for these things if some of them are some hits over there. Like, I'm not even sure what these NSYNC and Britney Spears VHSs would be worth, but it was cool to find them. I've never seen them before. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.